Hello guys, welcome back to another YouTube video with Tank Review today on World of Tanks console. That's right, we are covering the Tier 3 Chinese tank destroyer, the M3G FT. And you know what, even though this is being a fake tank, I mean FT means fake tank, so yes. It's a pretty cool looking little vehicle. I do like it, simply because it's based upon the hull of the American Stuart class light tank. So yeah, let's get right into some of the stats of this little tank destroyer, and so let's see what she can do on battlefield as well later on. The standard AP rounds with the penetration of it is 85. The APCR gets around 106. So a little bit more better than the AP, but you know, that's for this case if you might come up against some of those tier 4 tanks. You never know, you might come up against a hetzer. You might need that extra penetration. The HE gets 38 meters of penetration. The damage is 115 for both the AP and the APCR, and 165 for HE. The hit points of this little tank destroyer is 160. Max speed is 55 miles per hour. The view range is 310, and the concealment is 262. So pretty decent on that behalf of this little tank destroyer. Remember, this is a Tech 3 tank, so it gets an option of 2 different guns. The little 57mm resist to gun, the rate of fire is 20.20, the accuracy is 0.42, damage is 85, penetration is 112, and can carry up to 52 rounds. Well, you also have the upgrade gun, the 76mm resist 3 gun. The rate of fire is 13.33 and the accuracy is 38. It can carry up to 40 rounds. It's a little bit bigger gun than the 57, and it has a apparently better rate of fire as well and better accuracy as well. But it doesn't carry as much rounds as the little 57mm gun, and it doesn't do as equal as the damage as the more bigger gun, the 76. So keep that as a reminder. I would pick the 76 gun over the 57 because it does more damage, even though you do lose a little bit of penetration with standard AP, but still you're doing a lot more better damage. My equipment, I put a advanced loader, which loading time is 10%. Advanced gun lane drive is shell aiming speed is 12%, and a advanced concealment, which reduces tank detectability, which is crucial for this little tank destroyer because it's a stealthy tank destroyer. It hardly has any armor, which we will cover. The consumables are repair, first aid, and fire extinguisher. Never know when you're gonna need them, but like I said, don't worry, won't get spotted too much in this thing. That's the most main goal. I put 30 rounds of AP, 5 rounds of APCR, and 5 rounds of HE. My commander, let's hang on. The only thing he has on him is Green Thumb, which is increased 10% increase to vehicle camo factor when you're in a bush, or if you knock down a tree, you could actually use a tree, the leaves from the tree, as a bush or forge as camo factor for your tank. But aside from that, I would also put rapid loading, 10% increase to gun reload speed, 6 cents, which lets you know when you get spotted, situational awareness, which is 6% increase to max view range, muscle shot, 35% increase to shooting camouflage factor away. I mean, there's probably a few other things I would put in here too, but for now, this is the only ones that looks like I would put on the commander himself. And the armor of this little tank destroyer, well, this is basically where you want to know about the survivability of this tank destroyer. Around 5 meter thickness, which is right there, right below the gun. That's pretty much a spot that no one's not going to be aiming at. 6 meter thickness, which is the upgrades, and well, this inside of the flying compartment. Remember, this is an open cockpit little tank destroyer, so yeah. 9 meter thickness, which is the upper part of where the tracks, the belly of the tank, and the butt of the upper part of that. 10 meter thickness, which is the gun, the gun shield, and the tracks, which again the tracks are space armor. Around 12 meters thickness, which is the engine deck, the front where the gun shield is, and the front of the belly of the tank. 25 meters thickness, which is the upper braces, the sides of the tank, and the rear of the tank. And 38 meters thickness, which is the left and right of right there with the lower braces. And 44 meters thickness, which is the lower braces itself. But who's going to be shooting that when you can shoot at the upper braces, or heck, shoot at the gun turret? I mean the gun shield. Because that's the most weakest spot you're going to shoot at, and this is based upon a light tank's hull. So, yes, who is literally going to shoot your lower braces in this little thing? Alright, so they're going to be tier 2 tanks, and they're thinking, you know what, maybe the lower braces will be the weak spot. It's not very much of a weak spot with 44 meters of thickness of armor. But you know what, guys, I think that's enough talk about with this little tank. Sure, we'll stick her out, we'll see what she can do, and I'll see you guys on the battlefield. See you there. So we're on Pilsen, guys, and yes, a Polish map, which actually is pretty funny because the video after this one, which will be the later video, will be a tier 1 Polish light tank. Yeah, ain't that something? But what do I think about this tank? Well, I gotta think you really want to play this little tank, sure. And look at that matchmaking. Tier 3. Don't know if we're top tier or not. I guess you could say we are. But, well, are we? This is a tier 3 game after all. So yeah. That's something. Ain't it? Well, to be honest, guys, we are definitely going to be showing you how decent this tank destroyer is and how hard it can hit. I mean, how she play this thing is, well, to be honest, you really want to play it more as a stealthy tank destroyer. That's what it is, and that's how it plays. Because of the armor, it's not too good at this tier. I mean, anything can penetrate your tier, even when you get bomb tiered, especially when you get bottom tiered. Even if you get top tiered, there's things that still going to penetrate your armor. But that's how the mobility to get away from areas. So yeah, I mean, I like this little machine. It's a pretty decent little machine to play. And you're probably thinking, what am I thinking at this point? Well, I'm trying to play as a stealthy tank first, sitting up here. But so far, I don't see no enemy tanks. I mean, I do see one way over there. Oh, now where my teammate's trying to say go at. See one enemy tank right there. We him and did a lot of damage to him. That is, I think, an equal. Yeah, that is equal tier. So that was the American tank destroyer. We did get spotted, and there's a Chi-He what they're trying to shoot at us. I run into this because I don't want to get hit. I lock aim on this guy. Fire, take most of himself. Before I could hit him again, he gets killed. I kill this guy. And I'm looking for a shot on that guy, but just don't get it. There is the, well, basically a Panzer 30T. I hit him once, but it's the Czech version of it, and I kill him. Yeah, this thing hits hard. And there is one thing I did that I should have never done, is come around this. I bounce my first shot, I get hit, you see the reverse, it's the best, and I paid for it by getting hit multiple times by the enemy tanks. And yeah, I should have never run around that corner. But that does show you the strength of this tank. It does have the speed going forward, but not reverse. And the gun does hit pretty freaking hard. So basically meaning you're hitting pretty decently hard against enemy tanks. I mean, it looks like my team is going to win this one, so yeah. But we did 422 damage and did 142 spotting assistance. So not that bad in a tier 3 game with this little Chinese tank destroyer. But like I said, you just want to play this thing as more of a stealthy vehicle if you can get into those maps. If not, try to play somewhat assault role. If you can, make sure you don't get hit. I know it's going to be hard to do, but you know, if you can't play as a stealthy role, always try to go for that assault gun role. But this thing does not play good as an assault gun, as you've seen there. So I just showed you the strengths of this machine, how decent the gun hits, and pretty decent accuracy and aiming time, and pretty much the speed of the vehicle going forward. It can really go fast, unless if you're going backwards, then that's where the tank fails at. But there's 2 enemy tanks left. Are we going to win this? For sure we should be able to win this. There's only 1 enemy light tank and 1 enemy artillery left. Actually no, that's a medium tank, and now I can see it on the mini-map. And it looks like he's going to be taken out by our light tanks. Yeah, he does. Where's the artillery though? Don't see this. The our team is closing into the enemy cap very rapidly, and there's the enemy artillery on the mini-map. Ain't that something, guys? Ain't that something? I don't think he's gonna... Yep. 6-ton 2, very rapid reloading British artillery vehicle. But if you guys did enjoy this, please leave a like on this video and subscribe to the channel if you guys want to. And like always, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye for now.